All right. Welcome, everyone, to session number 2 of our game of For the Honor, the Firebrands hack of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, with the serial numbers ever so lovingly barely filed off. I am joined by a bunch of lovely people, but really quick, my name is Sam Zimmerman. I use he, him pronouns. If you want to find me or any of my games online, you can find that at Typhos Games on Twitter or Facebook or typhosgames.com. Going in character keeper order, Jex, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Jax. I use they, them pronouns, and you can find me on Twitter at JexJThomas, and I am playing Nosha from the Resistance. She uses she, her pronouns, and she is kind of weary, fiery, and loyal are her traits. And she is kind of just got out of a situation that I'm excited to find out what happens next. Had a little bit of a brain fart there, so thanks for bearing with me.
That's okay. Bethany.
Hi, I'm Bethany. Use they, them pronouns. If you like a mix of gaming, cool wildlife, and random bullshit, you can find me on Twitter at Bethany Harvey. I'm playing Nocturne. Let's see, what am I? Oh, I'm from the wild, yes. Who has abilities that involve animals and climbing because she has always lived at like the bottom of this narrow, dark canyon that the light never really hits the bottom. When we ended the last session, she was running away from a spaceship with this strange gemstone that she had just grabbed.
Yeah. So
yeah, it was howling about wanting a sacrifice. But yeah, it's just from an alien spaceship. So I'm Maria, she, they pronouns. You can find me on Twitter, Maria Mason. I write weird lyric games, and I'm trying to make a dance game. It's weird because, it's weird because I miss dancing, so it's just a lot of fighting in the game. I'm playing Prince, or Nino 3. He is my Legion Angst baby. They have the ability of clairvoyance and tactics, so he's very strategic. So he's weirdly nice and polite to all our other faction friends. And he finished off the last session toe in toe with Nosha, like seeing their past about being attacked by the Legion and, feeling remorse about it, but he wasn't forgiven. So yeah, that's, I think, the last scene where we left off.
Hello there, I'm Steven, he, him, and I'm playing the Insecta of the Legion. Greetings, primitive, greetings, tragically primitive species. I'm here to greet you on behalf of the Legion and induct you into our great empire. I love all living things except spiders. I despise them. They're disgusting. And there is the irony that I am called Insecta out of character, but of course she is a spider monster Disney princess. That is why she is called Insecta and not Spidera.
that's amazing. And I should probably introduce Solara, who is the character that I will be playing. She is the crown princess of the Kingdom of the Sun. She is a fiery, angsty, radiant, and apathetic character who really just kind of wants to stay out of all this, doesn't like that her kingdom keeps getting attacked, and just kind of wants her people to stay off and do their own thing and survive through all of this. But she has giant flaming wings and can summon fire, and that is always fun to play with. And I believe at the end of last session, Solara was stomping in on this fight between Prince and Nosha, trying to break it up and get these two to stop punching each other. Yeah, and before we get started, this is a session that has been organized through the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet is a wonderful community where we random like-minded gamers can get together and play silly games like this one. More information about that is going to be down in the description of the video if you want to come and check us out. All right. So to get this game started, the first thing we do is we play through the prelude. Do we want to have our prelude be Insecta, or do we want our prelude to be whatever's going on with this crystal?
Both? Is that possible?
I think we can start with Insecta. I think, I always think like, an episode closes on the cliffhanger and then the next episode starts with like something completely different, just as, a little tease. I like that.
Yeah, that's good. So Steven, let me share my screen.
Yeah, I have what page is it on? I have the most recent PDF open now.
It starts on page 10.
Cool. Okay. Cool. And so for the prelude, I pick one of these questions and answer them, right?
Yep, and then you basically, so choose any option, then answer its question, and then to end the scene, everyone narrates a 2 or 3 sentence scene of what our character is up to during the event.
Yeah, I'll go with a dark sorceress has discovered a way to tap into Rathael's power source. Draining it would weaken every princept in the land. What will it cost her? And yeah, I'll go with someone I've established as part of my fiction already. It's Mistress Necra, a dark sorceress who was once a part of the Legion. I think it will cost her. I mean, it will definitely cost her life. This is how she is going to raise once again as Mistress Necra of the Dead. Okay, and then to end, right, everyone.
And then, yeah, we go through, why don't we go in character keeper order then? So, Jex, Nosha.
Yeah, so
Nosha up to?
I think, Nosha is still in the same situation as where the last episode ended, kind of, toe-to-toe with Prince. And so we're reacting to the event that happened. Like, is that... I think that Nosha, I think there's just like a change in the air, right? Like there's a feeling that something has happened, and I think that kind of everyone can feel it, and Nosha sort of, picks up a little bit and kind of like looks at Prince sort of like with a look of almost like, maybe we don't need to be doing this. Maybe there's something bigger that we have to deal with.
Nocturne, I think you're next.
I think let's see, so Nocturne just like gets out of the ship, is still running, like kind of skids and then tumbles down a steep like bank and stops eventually, kind of gets up, looks around. Ow. Oh no. Where's Nosha? Nosha. Is it Nosha? I think it's
Nosha, yeah.
Nosha. Yeah, where's Nosha? Oh no, I lost her. I need to go back and get her. But also I have this weird stone that I probably shouldn't let the Legion have, so.
Yeah, I like that. I think that of all of us, I think Solara is probably the most in tune with whatever's happening. And so I love the scene of I'm walking in on the two of you fighting, and then I sorry about that. I think that I typically I'm like floating along the ground instead of walking, and so I actually like land on the ground and look around like I'm confused what's going on, and then my knees give out and I go to the ground.
Oh my gosh. And I catch you in a very dramatic way. Okay, I feel like you glow less a little bit. And that do I have to roll for that? Oh wait, no, there's no rolling. Sorry, wrong game. I was like, I think I have a ominous feeling about the energy giving out to the literal princess of the Kingdom of the Sun. And I feel like me and Nosha understand the whole what the hell is happening kind of commotion. And have this weird truce moment. Yeah. Yes.
I think I sort of picture like almost like literally one of us has, you know, a hand on the other's like collar or something. It's just sort of like we just kind of like pause and just sort of like look around and I don't know, I can't imagine that either of us knows exactly what's happened, but there's definitely like a shift that we can feel.
And what is Insecta up to?
Yeah, I think we see Insecta like coming into Mistress Necra's lair. And she's just shouting, "Mistress Necra, I brought some new purple curtains so that you would have something other than, you know, black and black aesthetic here." They're very dark though. And then like in just kind of, I think she just sort of stumbles onto some like hollow like blueprint, and it details this dark ritual that is definitely not been okayed with the Legion. And she just sort of goes, "Oh dear."
I love it. Is Insecta a princept?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. So you would not react to the draining. Okay. All right. So with that, what do we think the first game should be besides the prelude?
I think Prince and Solara with Hand to Heart makes sense to me.
I can see that. You good with that?
Yeah, I'm down.
Maria?
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right, over here. I guess I'll read through this. Before you start, talk to your chosen partner about the tone and setting of your scene. You could be comforting a troubled friend, offering a helping hand, sharing a romantic moment, or applying first aid to someone who's been injured. I think the last one is kind of where this is at least starting. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next, ask your partner, how did we come to be sharing this moment of closeness? I think I want to ask you that, like, how do you get from over there to over here?
Can I do the catching you while you're falling? I just that's what's in my brain. I swerve around and there's like some cool cloak moment.
Do you use your clairvoyance to realize that this is going to happen before it does?
Yeah. Like I see it probably just 5 seconds. Like I feel like my gut falls to like my feet and I'm like, something terribly wrong is about to happen, and I am more devastated when it actually happens because something is wrong with the princess I just fake hostaged. I'm just an angsty little boy. Yes, okay.
Do you want to ask first, or do you want me to ask first?
Wait, I think you're on the taking the dance floor, but I do have the hand to part.
It's on this page over here.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Okay.
Let me switch to one page, so it's a little easier to. There
okay. What do I notice about you? Well, I feel like it's obvious that I noticed that you're weaker. What do you notice about
so a little bit beyond that, I think I love the imagery that somebody said earlier about like the glow is dimming, like her hair isn't quite as radiant as it used to be. And more than that, her eyes actually have emotion for the first time in a while, and it's scared.
Yeah.
And what do I notice about you?
Yeah, you notice that my collar is like off, right? You notice that there's like a glowing tattoo on the side of my neck, and that it is something that you've never seen before. And I look, maybe I'm also distressed, but not as much as you, but because I just witnessed Nosha's like past. But I think I'm more worried about you. Yeah,
I like that. Begin speaking in character. Talk together until you feel like making an advance. Your partner will respond by giving you an answer. Return to the conversation or start another exchange as you like. At any time after the third exchange, any player may interrupt you by having another character enter the scene. Otherwise, continue until you part ways or wish to draw a curtain. Don't forget that you can use your abilities. After you finish, take a moment to breathe and check it. So, what do you say to Solara as you catch her?
Damn it! Wait. Let me think. I feel like I don't say anything immediately, but I feel like I try to shake you, and I feel like you're the more talkative one between the two of us, and I'm like, yeah, but and when I notice that you're barely like registering anything, I feel like I lightly tap your cheek with the back of my hand, and I'm like, princess, talk to me. What's wrong?
And I'm blinking and like trying to scramble and get back to my feet, and I think that in her like panic, it's almost like a get away from me, like push.
Damn.
Even just like instinctually, and then she like sits up and like realizes what she just did, and reaches out and says, I'm sorry, and I'm looking for the right one on here. I reach to put my hand on your shoulder, may I?
You may, but only for a moment. You put it there, but instead I grab it and I hold it up so that I motion towards you to stand up. Do you do that or you can't?
I think I can. I think it's shaky, but
Okay.
I can stand up. I think the fall was more surprise than true, like I'm physically incapable of standing. Like I just haven't in a very long time, and it's a weird sensation.
Damn. You look cold.
I feel cold. And she is still dripping wet with like
The mud
weird
stuff that you
mud
found.
runoff from whatever
yeah.
I had to dive through to get here. It's like, is this? No, it can't be this. I've been wet before. God, what's going on?
I would like to lean against you, may I? I feel like if we bump our heads together, maybe I could see more of like your connection. If that's allowed in the fiction, but yeah.
I like that. Maybe it's like a you may, but first I want to kind of steady ourselves.
Okay.
And like get into get stable and up, and then you make the advance. Do you mind?
I don't mind.
Okay.
So you see shots of Prince like wanting to get closer, just to like, he's like thinking about like if I could just like center her head on mine, and then you could see like from her camera she's still kind of shaking, and I'm like I'm biding my time. And when you are a little bit more stable, like I wrap like my right arm against your upper back and just lean my head very subtly, but it's in your forehead space. And I think I get a vision of Insecta swallowing. Is that cool, Steven? Like not Insecta, sorry. Her liege. What's the name of her liege? Mistress Necra. Yeah, consuming a specific light. And I think the moment I see it, I cough to the side. It's like a hacking cough. And with a worried face, I tell Nosha and Solara about
Are you okay? Am I contagious?
No, I think there was this woman. Oh wait, I should know Mr. Nectra because of the Legion. I feel like, what do I say? I feel like someone from the Legion has consumed an important part of your son. I speak to Solara. And that this is bad. She does not understand the repercussions of this.
Yeah. I think Solara is a little kind of struck at this point, just like trying to process this. And like just her gaze goes unfocused. She's like staring off into the distance, trying to figure out like what's going on, what you just said. And just instinctually, I reach for your hand. May I take it?
Yes, you may. Yes. And but I also, let's see what would I do. Yo, I feel like Prince is very nervous. So you may, but only for a moment. Yeah, like he doesn't want to give off how nervous he is either.
Oh, do I feel a
'Cause
little
he's-
bit of shaking?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then that's when you
yeah.
pull away?
Yeah. Because I'm like, damn it, why do Legion people keep doing things that I cannot answer for? Yeah, and I feel like I stutter over the whole idea of like I want like I feel like strategy brain is like I need to find out more about Necra, but I'm not in a position to right now. And then I'm in a position where like there's all these other people and I'm just like you know, my brain's like fuck, you know, yeah. But yes,
Yeah.
I think Nosha would butt in. Jax is correct, yeah.
Yeah, I think that is a great spot. If you had made another advance, I was going to use you may, but at this moment we're interrupted. So I think that's perfect.
I think the scene we see is like this really like tender kind of moment, and this like sort of you know back and forth, and like Nosha's just like standing there like, and kind of starts like walking in your direction. And I think that this is for Prince, since Nosha and do I ask questions too, or no? I guess that's. I'm not clear on that.
I think that is the end of the game. So we
Okay,
can.
I think it
that's the end of the game,
segues to
okay.
another game.
We can
Yeah.
segue
I
to
like
another
it
game.
I like it ending on Nosha just kind of like sighing. So, yeah, that works.
Yeah,
for me.
that's cute. Yeah.
And we both look back and like didn't realize you were there, or like forgot you were there.
Yeah, I was like, I'm so drowning in worry. It's like,
I love it. All right. Who has an idea for what game they want to play next? I'm curious what Nocturne is up to, but
Yeah, I'd kind of like to call on crossing paths with Nocturne if that's okay.
Sure.
Yeah. So where was Nocturne the last time we saw her? As a reminder, because I wasn't here.
Running out of the crashed ship that the others are currently in, carrying the it was some kind of stone that she had stolen. The ship is surrounded by Legion people. There are obviously Legion people on board, and she was just running out, and I think like
Yeah, and I
when
think
that
we see
happened, she kind of like lost her footing and has now kind of tumbled and skidded down to, you know, a lower level. Still has the stone and has just realized that Nosha is nowhere to be seen.
I like the idea that perhaps you land on this large web suspended across the chasm, and like as you're about to like believe you're going to face some great monster, it's just Insecta crawling comes skittering out. And I asked my counterpart, when did we last see each other?
Oh, that's right. This kind of assumes we know each other pretty
Yeah.
well. Okay.
Like, I think the idea is we all basically know each other, even
Right.
if we, yeah.
When did I last see you? Trying to connect what the Legion people were doing here before, or here in the first session. What was Prince here for in the first place?
we were
wanted the stone. Yeah.
No, so the reason we were all in the wilds was that the Legion and the Kingdom of the Sun had a peace talk, and the wilds was this neutral area.
Oh, right,
that
we're
we
the
could
neutral
both-
ground. Okay,
yeah.
got it. Yeah, so last time there was some kind of peace talk or surrender arrangement or whatever. It was, you know, there are certain areas of the wild that are reasonably accessible but still considered neutral ground for the kingdoms and the legions. So so it was probably at one of those.
Cool. Hmm. And I guess then ask each other one question from the list below. We were so close then, and I'm happy and eager to see you now. Do you share my excitement? I think Insecta just like completely unfazed as to how terrifying this whole situation is that you're in. Like lowers down like from a dark shadow above upside down, and then we see her come into light, and it's just like Insecta hanging upside down by like spider silk, and she's just smiling at you and says, "Oh, Nocturne, how wonderful that we run into each other. What were the chances of that?"
Yeah, I'm like backing away, ready to fight. Pretty sure that I will lose since I'm standing on a web. And then I see you. I'm like, oh, right, of course, Legion. Hi.
So do you share my excitement?
If like terror counts as excitement, terror and then relief counts as excitement. Yeah, I'm happy to see you once I know it's you.
Yeah, and now you get to ask one question of me.
Yeah. Well, okay. We parted on bad terms, and I'm nervous now. Do you smile when you see me?
Yes.
Seems like yes.
Yep.
So maybe I just thought we parted on bad terms because you seem completely.
Oh, because you stole that Legion shipment? No, I've forgiven you for that, Nocturne.
It's all, you know, part of the game, right?
Yes.
I have the stone like hidden in my pocket and hoping that it doesn't talk too much.
And I like to think that there's this kind of like, I'm trying to peek around your back at what you're holding, and you're just trying to play it cool, not at all hiding something behind your back.
Yep. Yeah, it's like, yeah. So I kind of put my hand like in my pocket, like turned such a way as that like the back of my hand is facing you, like just fake casually, to sort of hide it and muffle it if it starts talking again.
Oh,
It's so nice to see you. You're are you here with those guys? I like look up at the top of the cliff.
oh no, I'm here for different matters, I think. And you do, once we both answer the question, you actually get to choose one of the closing offers.
Right. Okay. That's my choice. All right.
I mean, you are trying to keep something hidden, so there seems one.
What is mincing words? Is
that's where
hiding something, or
one or both of us are keeping a secret from the other,
Yeah,
and we're
okay.
trying not to spill it.
Okay, that sounds about right. Are we both keeping secrets from each other, or is it just me?
Oh, I'm sure I can keep a secret.
Well, I know what secret I'm hiding.
What's the name of this planet again?
Rathael?
Rathael.
Yeah, Rathael. Yeah, my secret is that Rathael might be like that Rathael or Mistress Necra at least might be trying to destroy magic on Rathael.
Okay, okay,
That's
a
my
pretty big
secret.
That's quite a secret. Excellent. So how did we come to be sharing? I guess we know how we
Yeah,
came to
we
be
know
sharing this
that.
conversation,
And we
and
know
we know
where
we're talking.
Yeah.
What do I notice about you?
Let's see. I think you notice that, like, I haven't gone out with any of the Legion paraphernalia. I'm definitely, as much as a giant spider girl can go incognito, I'm going incognito.
Gotcha. Okay. Which of us?
What do I notice about you?
I keep like glancing up at the top of the cliff where some of the Legion are, where the crashed ship is. I'm actually like waiting, like hoping Nosha will make it out, because well, that would be a whole nother problem, having to go back in and get her away from these Legion people who were chasing us. And I'm also kind of, yeah, so I'm just like nervously like looking up, like, come on, come on, come on.
I was just going out for and just continuing off from that question from before, because I think I probably have the most to hide here. Like, you have an
Seems like
artifact, but I have the fate of Rathael. Oh, I was just going out for a walk. As you know, the members of the Legion are quite given to walking.
Oh, okay. I mean, sure, walking. And you have that spider web. You know, if you want to hang around for a few days, like, my town would
Is that an
love
offer?
to have
Are you asking me for a sleepover? I would enjoy a sleepover with you, Miss Nocturne.
That sounds lovely. I was just thinking about our bridges. Your web's so much more convenient.
And I am going to
Put it wherever you
direct
like.
questions and confessions. I appeal to you with earnest compassion, saying, you know, Nocturne, I was convinced for a little while that maybe, you know, with that whole you stealing the Legion shipment, that maybe you were just using me and that we weren't actually friends. But now I know that our friendship is real. You wouldn't like, and friends. And she does not intend this to like try to get secrets out of you, but actually confess her secret. Friends tell each other their secrets, right? Does it get through to you, or does it steal you?
Wow, I think it steals me. I think I'm in this like weird position of I didn't start out trying to hide this from you so much. I'm trying to hide it from the Legion, and like, as you pointed out, there's a difference between like personal and non-personal conflict. And I've never had anything personal against you, but also your people are here. And if they were to find me with this, I don't know which side you would take.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, how do we see that in the fiction?
A sleepover sounds wonderful. And I keep looking up like, okay, can I meet you back here in a half hour or so? And we can go over to my village, or we can go to your, where are you staying?
Oh, I'm just trying to keep out of the side of any Legion forces right now. Or I mean for, you know, for because I'm trying to take a solitary walk. You know, walks are always best when you're alone. And
Right,
that is
they
me.
are.
You
Better for
catch me in a
thinking.
lie, and I try to cover it gracefully, saying that. Do you draw attention to it, or do you let it slide for now?
No, because this is perfect. I'll let you walk on alone then. Enjoy your walk.
Oh, um, um, right. I'll just continue on walking alone because uh, Nocturne, I know that I said that I needed to walk alone, but if I were to ask you that, well, if the fate of Rathael were contingent upon you walking with me, would you walk with me, please?
The fate, sure, but that's it's an oddly specific hypothetical you've got there.
All right, and if I were to say that it weren't a hypothetical and instead an actual fact, would you still would
What are you talking about? Wait. We should get out of. We should get somewhere away from them in case I don't want anybody to hear whatever you're about to tell me.
Mistress Necra may be trying to drain the life of Rathael, and I really don't want her to drain the life of you, Nocturne. We're besties, and I give you a hug.
No, neither do I. I'd really rather keep my life. Thanks very much. What do we do about this? And I'm like hugging you while just talking, and still kind of looking back, like, come on. And no, still no sign of Nocturne. Like,
Well, I was originally going to go and give her have a stern word with her in her secret lair. But now that I have you with me, I'm certain that we can come up with a second plan.
better than a stern word? Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm going to be, use your abilities, I don't have any relevant abilities. Where am I? Can we use one of these things? Yeah. I'm going to just like reveal my true feelings here, which are so I have a friend who was sort of trapped, I think. I stole something from the Legion. It might be really powerful. It might help with this. But also, I have to rescue my friend. Maybe, look, if I give this to you, you won't give it to the Legion, right? And I take out the stone.
Oh, who is it for?
It's I don't know. We took it from I took it from the crashed spaceship up there that everybody seems very interested in. I wanted to find out what it did before anybody used it for anything, but it seems like maybe you could use it for something.
Like stopping evil rituals, you mean?
Right. Yeah, it seems like a thing that could do that. I don't
And
really know
I
how
wink
to
at
use
you
it,
with
but
4 out of my 8 eyes.
I wink back with one of my 2 eyes, which is much less impressive.
I'll keep this safe for you, Nocturne. Don't worry.
All right.
Did you need a way out of here, by the way?
Yes, I need to. Well, I need to get back up there and try to find Nosha. And you know, if I could find her, she might be able to help too. I'm sure she has an interest in saving the world.
An excellent idea, Nocturne. And I just kind of grab you up with my body and spider legs and kind of start crawl and kind of start retracting up the up the chasm.
I don't feel like an insect about to be eaten at all.
And I think that's where we just wrap it up at when it reaches a satisfying conclusion.
Yeah, I think that's seems like a good.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds great. This is a great spot for our first break. Does 10 minutes sound good to everybody? Cool. I will see you back at 17 after. All right. So, does somebody have something that they are particularly interested in doing? I know we haven't really seen Nosha do anything yet.
Yeah, I have an idea. Well, so I really want to do Taking Shape. Is that what it's called? Which is like meant to lead into another game. I only have like a loose thought of what the second game would be. So I guess I kind of want to.
Well, fortunately, meeting up, the other game is always determined by the other player.
So for Taking Shape, that's not actually. It looks like that's not actually the case.
Okay, never mind. I think I said meeting. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. No, that's okay. So yeah, for Taking Shape, it's when your character needs to transform, and if it happened at the beginning of your turn, announce what your next game is. But I don't really know what the next game would be, so I can kind of, you know, put that out there just for throw it out to someone else. Or the only like loose concept I have of a game to go into is but I don't know if it completely makes sense, would be like Blade to Stave with Insecta. Like I have an idea of like marching out and like seeing Insecta or something, but I don't know if that makes sense.
That makes sense. It feels appropriate to the genre.
Okay.
The other option is Blade to Stave with the two of us who are still in this facility with you.
Yeah, well, let's see then let's see how Taking Shape goes, and maybe that is what it will look like. So for Taking Shape, everyone play this when your character needs to transform. It can happen in the middle of another game or at the start of your turn before you pick another game. First, say the magic phrase that starts your transformation, then describe your starting pose. Next, going around the table, everyone will ask you up to 2 questions from the list below. Once everyone has asked at least 1 question, you can describe your final stance. If the transformation happened in the middle of another game, return to it now. If it happened at the beginning of your turn, announce what your next game is. The game ends, but your turn continues with a new game. So last time I talked about like my stone ability being this sort of like metaphorical thing where I was able to kind of like wall off part of my mind. But I kind of, sorry, did I get real quiet? But I like the idea that there's a literal element to this as well. So I'm really bad at coming up with like cool magical phrases and things like that. But I think that we see Nosha kind of standing there and just sort of like, putting her arms down. And I think she says something like really quietly under her breath, like hoping that no one hears it. Maybe we'll figure out what that is later. And her flesh starts to turn to stone. So that's the starting pose. So folks can ask questions.
Do we want to go in character keeper order just to keep it kind of consistent?
Sure.
I think that is Nocturne. Bethany next.
Yeah. What is the expression on your face?
Grim resolve, I think, like kind of like a grimace, like this is maybe like a somewhat painful transformation, but for whatever the case, she feels like this is what has to happen right now. So there's this sort of like resignation, even like maybe a little bit of like confidence to it that we haven't seen from Nosha before.
What is your theme song?
It's definitely like the pop version of like some like sick black metal or something, like, because it's what would be in this cartoon, right? But it's definitely like something that like someone heard black metal, and it's like, okay, what can I do with that? It's kind of like grim but like fast sort of guitar picking kind of thing. Yeah.
What is the lighting like?
We're in the ship, and I've been imagining the ship as basically being the inside of the ship from Alien. So I think it's, it's poorly lit. There's probably a lot of like kind of, lights sort of swinging and flashing on and off kind of thing.
How sparkly would you say it is?
It's not sparkly. I think that whatever stone Nosha turns into, I think there's maybe like veins of like quartz and amethyst. So those sparkle when the light hits them.
All right, and then you describe your final stance.
So she kind of started with that, kind of arms out, and I think she brings her arms up like this, and it's just like, all right, let's go. And so I think the question is how Prince and Solara react to that will determine whether this is going to be a fight with them or a fight with me storming out and finding basically the first Legion person that I see, which would be Insecta.
Solara's response is, oh shit, what's going on? Hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down. I don't know what Prince does.
I feel like Prince is overwhelmed and is stunned into place. Kind of like mentally categorizing all of your magic facets as of the moment, Nosha.
Oh,
Yeah,
you've-
so I've
I've never seen a transformation up this close from the wild, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think she's kind of just like
A resistance, I mean, sorry.
starts like walking past you two and like looks over her shoulder, and she's just sort of like, come or not, but I gotta go. And she storms out of the ship and probably like, pushes some Legion soldiers out of her way on the way, and I think just sees Insecta and with Nocturne, and assumes that maybe Insecta has Nocturne as a captive.
Yeah,
So-
like literally, like I've just crawled up over the side of the chasm, and because I was upside down, Nocturne is now held upside down in my arms.
Also,
Nice.
Insecta is holding the crystal.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So I
Very
think,
shady
yeah,
shit.
Nosha came out in this sort of like blind rage, and now she has an actual like target for it. And so I think that's the answer for why are we fighting, is where are we fighting? On the edge of this like precipice, like on the edge of this cliff?
Yeah.
You begin by circling each other, powers crackling, weapons at the ready. Ask, what do you say to me? Continue by speaking in character or by narrating your stance and movements. What does that look like for Insecta? Like powers crackling, what are her weapons? Like, so I think Nosha has like a bow, but like a bow that's also can be used as like a staff. But yeah, and I think she says, from the chat, let go of my friend, I think is exactly what she says.
I think that like Insecta kind of like is kind of crab walking as she like circles you. And I think that like because I did establish she never really learned much magic, but she learned a little magic. And I think that like she kind of does like a little spin and like these kinds of magic blades form around her hands.
Nice. Yeah, so at any point, a player can start an exchange of blows with another player. An exchange consists of an action made by one player and a reaction made by a counterpart. Once an exchange is complete, return to free narration or start another exchange as you like. So I charge you recklessly. What do you do?
Oh, I think I kind of like flip around like a flick of spider web and kind of lift myself away to try to like, I think like you're probably making a run like towards where I am on the cliff edge, and now you're like careening towards the cliff edge. And oh, okay, no, sorry, I realize that, yeah, I'm gonna say yes. Sorry, I realized I was misreading the no, I think I managed to evade just in time. And I think that Insecta kind of shouts, Nocturne, I think your friend is angry. And
Yeah, and I like yell, Nosha, Nosha, stop.
I shout out that oh no, yeah, actually go ahead. I think this is actually something that sounds like you're doing an action wise. Go ahead. Sorry. Were you gonna say something more?
No, I'm just like trying to get Nosha's attention. Like, no, don't attack this person. There are lots of other people to attack. You have to save the world. Stop. Stop wasting time.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense to her, I'm sure.
I think I like whip around one of my webbing to try to wrap you up. That I try to crush you. What do you do?
I think it hits me and sends me sailing backwards. And I kind of hit the rock hard, and it sparks a little bit, right? Because it's rock hitting rock, and kind of just get back up and get back into my stance with my staff, and I swing upwards, hoping to knock you skyward. What do you do?
Yeah, I think that I catch it. I think it knocks my weapon from my hand. I think I catch it on these magic blades, but I think that they like kind of shatter apart into like light as your blade as your blade meets mine, and I kind of fall stumbling back.
Is this you knock my weapon out of my hand and it rattles out of reach? Like, is this the ending?
Yeah, I that works for me.
I think I
Okay.
grabbed the weapon once it flies out of your hand.
Well,
I have your attention now.
Yeah. I think it was more I was taking that option.
Oh, right. Okay, I see.
Yeah, I think that. Oh, go ahead.
No, you.
But yeah, I think because there are options like Nocturne for Jumping in, yeah. Like I dive in to stop the fighting. What action do I take? Do I interrupt if you wanted to jump in here?
Yeah, sure. I think like that you losing your weapons is like enough of an opening for me to like dash in between you and stand there and say, not Nocturne, I'm Nocturne. Nosha, stop.
And what action is Nocturne interrupting Nosha?
I think after taking this now that you're kind of down on the ground, I take my staff, which is also now made out of stone, which was maybe not the case before, and start striking the ground kind of around you, hoping that you lose your footing. But I do
Yeah, I actually think
Yeah.
I have a thought. I actually think that as you do this, like I see that the ground is crumbling apart and I toss Nocturne away to safety and I lose my footing on a ledge and begin to fall. But you catch my hand. Do you pull me back up to safety or do you let go of my hand?
Oh, that's juicy. I think at this point, like, while I was kind of striking the ground, I hadn't really heard Nocturne yet, but I think that it's sinking in. I pull you back to safety. And I think that's a good like scene cut probably.
Cool. Yeah.
I like that. I think it makes sense that this is maybe the point where Solara and Prince like catch up. Like we finally made our way to the front of the ship and we're like stumbling down this gangplank. Maybe there's a couple of other like Legion soldiers that are like stumbling up and trying to find their footing.
Yeah, I feel like I have the equivalent of a megaphone, and I'm like, Miss Insecta, this is beyond protocol. What is it? What mission directive do you have to be in this location, etc.?
Oh, I'm on a very important walk, and I give a wink to Nocturne, with some friends.
I feel like I announce some vague like definition of what is like allowed amongst the area until I'm close enough to your body that I'm trying to assess if you have the gem or if Nocturne has the gem or if Nosha has the gem.
Are we jumping into another? Because
I'm kind of still RPing. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
okay.
either what game this is. Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion that the gem got dropped?
Oh, okay. I'm good with that. At what area though? I mean,
Like down the cliff onto the web
oh
underneath,
god,
probably.
fuck. Damn it.
Oh, maybe that's the next game is we all venture forth to go down and find
Okay.
this, like recover this gem that we all dropped because no one was paying attention.
I'm cool with that. Yeah. Yeah, so I feel like I exchange like even if I'm like announcing something really loud, I feel like in normal human voice, I'm like, Insecta, what the hell are you doing here?
I'm taking a very important walk.
How is it very important? How is all of this very important? I hope my mic is picking this up.
Yes, you are. Yeah, I think that Insecta, God, I keep forgetting the name of this planet. Sorry. Rathael? Rathael,
Yes.
that's it,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, perfect.
It's a very important walk for the sake of all Rathael.
And I feel like I connect enough dots because of what I saw in Solara's vision, and I'm like, is it like a death of a specific son? We need to work together here.
Can I
Well-
suggest real quick that it's like during this conversation that the gem, which is currently balancing like precariously on the cliff, this is when it falls.
It's like
if that's cool
tipping.
with
We
folks.
all look over and just watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
And this Insecta replied to my conjecture.
Oh, you know all about Mistress Necra's secret plan then. Good.
I go like, is she trying to eat the sun? And then I'm trying to point out like sun princess over there, not standing so well a while ago. Something's
Oh,
messed
hello there,
up.
Solara.
Hi. Why are you here?
Oh, Prince, I brought the thing, and I like take out, I like reach into my bag and I like take out this unnecessarily like flamboyant hat. Your favorite hat, Prince. I know that you asked me to bring it.
And I look at it and I'm like, this isn't even standard issue. And I'm like, but I take it and then I fold it and then put it in my own bag. And I'm like, what do we need to do? Do you need, is this connected to the gem? Do we need it to interrupt any, I don't know, ritual perhaps?
Oh, you see, this is why I leave the plan making to you and Nocturne.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like I glance over at Nocturne and I'm like, where is the gem that you stole us from the last episode?
And I'm like, I gave it to her. Oh no. this-
Oh, I set it down over there for the fight. Oh. It's
and
gone
that's when we
now.
see it like we hear it like bouncing off the rocks as it falls.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I feel like we do the venture forth. Is that correct?
Yeah, let's do that.
With who do I do it with?
Everybody. Everybody can play.
Oh, okay. Cool. So what do we notice about each other? I noticed that Nocturne's too nice to Insecta. And I'm kind of wary, but also kind of like, okay, I'm gonna roll with this. I'm a
I think
what
that,
does the... Yeah, go ahead.
you finish.
Yeah, I was just wondering what the pit looks like.
The pit? Oh, yeah, I think it was described before as like kind of like a cliff, right? And there's
Okay.
at the bottom of it is this big spider web.
Okay.
I think that what you all notice about Nosha is that the stone is retracting and like her skin is turning back to normal, and that she has a very embarrassed look on her face.
What you all notice about Solara is that she is looking like she's looking more stable, but she's still not flying. And so normally she would just like, oh, it's a cliff, I'm just gonna fly down. But now she can't do that anymore, and now she's stuck walking with the rest of you.
I think what you'd notice about Nocturne is that she's just super impatient and like pacing back and forth, like, come on, like we gotta go find it. We gotta save the world. If half of what Insecta has said is true, we don't have time to like stand around and talk or get into fights with each other.
I think you notice that Insecta's attempts at using walk as a euphemism for save the world from Mistress Necra is growing increasingly strained. And I think that actually I kind of sidle up to Prince. So Prince, I know that usually we're supposed to be fighting with the resistance. Is this all part of a secret plan of yours to bring the resistance down? Because I think probably you should let me know if that's the case.
Oh, I feel like in like a very strange whisper, I'm like, I feel like the resistance and that the kingdoms are actually very strained right now, and that the newer generation feels more open. I'm just not sure about the wild in terms of like their leanings. Haven't necessarily spoken with them properly, and I'm like inching down into the
Give you
cliff.
another very big wink that everyone sees. And nod my head knowingly.
Nosha's standing there awkwardly, like basically having heard all of this and just like,
Oh God. Wait, who is the least familiar with the land through which we travel?
Seems like maybe that's you.
Okay, yeah, I want to ask the question to anyone. At this point in our travels, I uncover a truth that I was not ready to learn. What is it?
Mistress Necra is going to destroy the world.
So, like, let me just, I have a few thoughts, but I just wanted to check. I
have an idea.
I'm good with any.
While Steven is thinking, I'll just pitch this, but what if there's another like wave of this ritual going off and it affects Prince somehow?
Oh, damn it.
Like you weren't expecting this to affect you at all, but something, you're somehow tied into all of this.
Yeah, I was thinking the other secret I was thinking of is that like as you feel the energy come off, I was wondering if like since you're the crown prince, what if Mistress Necra's your mom? Your secret
Oh, damn
mother.
it. Wait, do you tell me they're my mom or?
I feel like maybe like I bring out something that I found in Mistress Necra's like office back at the Legion HQ, and I like show it to you. And do you think this means anything, Prince? And I think it's actually like something that like you have like some locket or something that you have the matching pair to or something.
Oh, it's like the shit. Okay, I have an idea. It's like an insignia that I've never figured out. That's like at the butt end of like one of my swords, and I've never understood where it's from. I just know that it comes from my true family, and you show me that it's the exact same thing that Princess Necra has. Wait. Yeah, Mistress Necra has, and I skittle down faster than everybody else the moment that you show it to me. I'm like, not dealing with that. Yeah, and then just skittles down to Mother Angst.
Yeah, and then we just go around in a circle. Do we want to keep going character keeper order to make it easy?
Oh, sure. Uh, yeah, something here gives me the creeps, and I start at the smallest noise. What ghost story does this remind you of?
Are you putting that to anyone in
I-
particular?
Oh, do I need
I-
to ask it of someone in particular? I wasn't sure how this worked in the...
Yeah, because it's a group. I have an idea though. I feel like there's a folk song about an itsy bitsy spider going down a cliff and falling into their demise. And I feel like it's a little bit too close, and then it kind of creeps you out because you hear the faint melody, and you're not sure if it's just your anxiety or if it's legit coming from this cliffside.
I scurry up against Nosha out of fear of the ghost spiders. I'm sorry, right. Then I remember we were fighting like 5 seconds ago, so I then skitter quickly away, blushing.
I think Nasha is kind of like, and just like sort of walks off ahead. So I scout ahead, coming around a bend. I see something unexpected, and I freeze up. What have I found? That's to whoever has an idea.
Maybe you found one of these, like, since we're just down from the spaceship, maybe you found like a piece of the ship that had broken off. It is.
I think, is it some sort, like building on that, is there some sort of elaborate design to this particular piece that reveals something interesting or like revelatory about this ship?
What if it has like the resistance emblem on it? And it doesn't make any sense to me because we don't have ships like that. So where did this come from, and what does that emblem mean?
Bethany, do you want to go?
Yeah, let's see. I spy something and my curiosity overpowers me. I rush to it. When you catch up, what do you find me marveling over?
I love that we're just like discovering like thing after thing after thing. Um, it's making me wonder
All
if
those
this
like rocks tumbling down have exposed things that we couldn't see before, maybe.
I think that maybe part of what you're marveling over is that the entire landscape seems to be different than when you climbed up it. That like something, whether it's magical or something, has like shifted the very like land that we're walking on. And so there's some kind of like evidence of that you're looking at, like maybe a stream, like this like beautiful crystal water stream that wasn't there when you came up before.
Just coming out of the side of the cliff and trickling down. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Either Nosha or Nocturne, sensing trouble, I move to protect you. What blow do I take in your place?
I love that the idea of the resistance ship part of the small part of the ship, I mean, with the insignia, kind of just reacts to us and flips over, tries to crush Nosha because Nosha was trying to read into it, try to get a better look at it.
Yeah, there's like a
I
booby
can
trap.
go for that. Yeah, I can go for that. So, Solara, you.
I rush in to take
yeah.
the blow, expecting that I still have my powers, and I don't.
Oh, so what happens?
Oh, fuck! So you forgot.
Yeah, I think.
Weak.
Maybe I get like launched off the side of this cliff a little bit. I don't know if it's like full on like tumbling down. Maybe I'm like hanging from a root
That's
or
fine.
something.
We have a spider person to.
We do have a spider person.
Wait, have we gone like through everyone?
Yeah, so we
I
went
feel like we
around
have.
once. We keep going, and whoever
Mhm.
wants to can pick an ending, or we can go around up to 2 more times.
Oh, okay, I see. I'm like, did I uncover another truth? I'm like, hmm. I kind of want to uncover another truth, but I want to like be beside Nosha now on the insignia right after they were like momentarily saved by Solara, and I want to help them study it. What do we find out together? Piecing together our shared
Yeah.
knowledge.
Yeah, what if you realize that this insignia that you have, that Insecta gave you,
Oh,
it's not, I
damn.
mean, it's not the same as the resistance, because that doesn't make sense, right? But like,
Yeah.
I think you notice like kind of holding it in your hand and like looking that it overlaps like perfectly and creates a new
I love
design
it.
with the resistance
Mm,
symbol. And that's something that
mm,
anybody could have really figured out at any time because these symbols, these insignias have always been around.
Yeah,
uh-huh.
I was gonna say, what if we even like came into some large like, because we've established there's some weird relation to this alien tech and to all that. What if we come across some like large like wall or monolith or something that has those
But
two symbols like scrawled next to each other on it?
yeah, I like
Uh-huh.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm always like, um, and I feel like I remember that I remember that one of my like closest trainers or like servants always told me that um wait, I have the idea in my head, I just don't know how to explain it. Like they were always unnecessarily cursing the resistance, like anybody but the resistance. Like, you know how when you hate someone so much it's actually love. and and I feel like it's I feel like there was a moment where like I have a vague hunch, like you see like the wheels turning in my brain, and I'm like, I think Mistress Nectra was a mistress of a different leader. And and this is why nobody like treats her the way she should be treated in the Legion. But this is the only time it makes sense. This is why she's so secretive. Um, this is why she was hidden from me. Yeah, something like that. Does that make sense?
And I kind of, given some of the secrets we found out, I kind of want to feed into we arrived somewhere unexpected. Where are we?
So with like seeing the ship and like these monoliths and the like shifting landscape, I wonder if we're no longer on our home planet. Is that too big? Is that too much?
Me.
Sounds cool to me. But
It's interesting. I don't know where we go from here, though.
Yeah, I'm not married to it. And like thinking about like the
Like
the
maybe
narrative
rather
kind
than
of.
like another planet, are we actually like is our planet actually hollow? Like is there like a planet on the inside of the planet?
I'm always here for hollow planets. Yeah. So Prince wrote or in the chat accidentally walks into ritual. So I mean, what if that's it? What if we're like walking into this like big
Like a
cavernous
tech portal?
chamber, and this big sort of chamber, and could this be where that ritual is taking place? Is that too convenient? I don't know. I feel like we need to bring those threads together at some point, but maybe it's not right now.
I don't know that the ritual is happening right here. I love the idea of like we walk into this bit of the spaceship and there's like a glowing rune on the ground and we have no idea what it is, and of course we just walk into it and poof.
I kind of like the idea that
Also, before we get too far, how do I get up?
oh gosh, oh my gosh. I feel like, oh no, I want it to be advantageous that you're not up. I feel like because you're on the ground, you can.
Oh,
actually
maybe we
see,
get
like,
split up.
Oh, I was thinking that you could see like the rock, the stone we've been
you
looking
fall
for
like
is
right next to the
lodged.
stone.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
I mean it's visible like in like because of the way stuff has collapsed into each other and because of the angle of your head, you could see like a faint glow of the red ruby in the like far right corner
I
of
love it.
this
So
ship.
you guys just hear like me scream as I fly off the edge, and then there's a crash. I'm okay.
Yeah,
I found the rock.
I'm wondering if like kind of combining together a few of the thoughts we were tossing around, if like the cavern we come on is like some massive like abandoned hidden city, since we do have this chasm leading into the earth, and apparently someone, like perhaps it's not coincidence that this ship it happened to be crashed right here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and the city has banners flying that are both the insignias, and is both insignias together.
Yeah, but it's ripped and old and tattered and seems
Right,
to
yeah,
be of
for
a
sure,
different
for sure,
time
like-
and place.
Yeah.
I love that. That sounds like a great spot to take our second break, and we'll come back
Okay.
and explore this cavern a little bit more. 5 minutes, good for you guys?
Cool,
All right.
cool.
Be back in 5. I'll see you then. There we go, and we are back. I love Nosha's idea of having the exploration scene be a dance scene.
Freaking perfect.
How were you kind of envisioning that going? Are there like ghosts here and we're joining in the dance that is already a thing, or
Holy shit.
I
Yeah.
did not necessarily think that it's something that would happen immediately, just that eventually this is where the dance that has to happen would be. But I'm okay with it being something that happens right away too. I like the idea of like closing on this scene of like, all of us like walking into this cavern and seeing seeing this thing and just like opening on all of a sudden.
I also feel like you could use a lot of these like steps metaphorically to represent like an exploration montage.
oh yeah, this is definitely a weird fever dream type. It's that episode.
Yeah, I feel yeah. So I've played this mini game before where it's like a weird fever dream trying to find out information kind of thing. And I kind of like the idea that we're dancing with holograms slash ghosts of like a specific time or people. Because I think we've established before that this is an old ship. So I kind of almost like the idea that we're almost like dancing with like an older version of ourselves. And like there's this weird ritual of, oh, this has happened before, it's happening again. And we're trying to tap to like, I don't know if it's like an ancestor or like an equivalent. We're trying to find out something. And it's like one of those dances where we're always changing partners. So it's also like, oh no, like I'm interviewing myself, but at the next moment I'm with someone else. Are they a hologram or are they the friend I came in with? I am stressed. Yeah.
That's so ridiculous, and I love it. And it's fantastic.
If people are cool with it, by the way, but yeah, I mean, I know it's like ×4 of like the premise.
So we come in here and there are holograms of us everywhere? Okay, I mean...
I don't know if it was necessarily us. It's just another adventuring party.
I see, okay.
I think he meant like a
That's what I
past
thought at
incarnation
first, but then-
of this like characters who like, it's kind of one of those things where like clearly like whenever we go to the past, everybody just has a like whenever you do a
Look-alike.
flashback, everybody has like a look-alike that is just played by the same actor.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And it's like your vague grandfather or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. They just look like you. They just kin you a lot.
It looks like you, but your hair is different, or like you've got a mustache, or
Yeah, the eyes are just sharper, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jack, since this was kind of your idea, do you want to lead this one?
Yeah, sure. Let me pull it up on mine real quick. All right. Yeah, I think this is everybody. Then so I think like it kind of opens on the scene of us, like, you know, maybe we walk into like one of the buildings and there's this sort of thing going on and we see these like, you know, past versions of not necessarily just ourselves, but, you know, the sort of whatever this civilization was. And yeah, there's a dance going on, and I think almost like Nosha almost like just like feels like compelled, like this isn't like a rational decision that she's making, but like, oh, I have to join in this dance. And I think that she turns to Prince, because I feel like Prince and Nosha have some stuff they got to work out. Prince, may I have this dance?
Surely. And I feel like this is like, if it's okay, you're also dancing like with the surreal version of me. So I'm like taller, and instead of black, I'm wearing white. You know. Yeah, yeah.
Well, one of the questions we all have to answer, because we answered where are we dancing, I think, right? This like mysterious cavern ballroom.
And then what do you notice about me?
But what are we wearing has to be answered first. And you said you're wearing white instead of black. I think Nosha is wearing something that she would never ever wear in real life, which is like a you know, pretty dress, you know, like a kind of not super fancy, it's not like ostentatious or anything, but like, you know, well constructed, well tailored sort of dress that I think is purple. And since everyone is here, what's everyone else wearing?
The weird kind of past version of Solara is definitely in a full 3-piece suit, with this like very like this bow tie that is literally on fire.
Yes.
And Solara kind of looks at it like, that's a lot, because she normally just kind of wears this like cut off jacket with this crop top and doesn't like being fancy at all. And so to see this version of her is very strange.
She's not taking fashion inspiration from the flaming bow tie.
The flaming bow tie is pretty cool.
Oh, the past version of me is wearing like a ridiculous fantasy armor, like the chainmail bikini kind of thing.
Perfect.
Like Xena costume, you know? Complete with leather skirt.
Yeah, I think we see Insecta with like she has a super sparkly tiara and a sparkly frilly gown with a oh, I had the word in my mind a second ago. The thing that follows after a gown.
A train?
Train, yes.
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh, I have that. I think I have that tiara back home."
Yeah. You notice that. Oh, wait. What is this hologram projecting? Oh, I know this tiara.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, not even that. Not even that. I just have multiple tiaras back home.
Oh, yeah, totally. Valid. Like I've seen this. Oh, of course. Yes. I feel like so going back to me, I feel like yeah, so I'm like in the dress version of the uniform. Dress not meaning skirt, meaning formal. And it's like this iridescent white and then I feel like oh, I feel like my hair is a little longer, like it's in some weird mullet thing. And I feel like I'm talking to Nosha and my face is so soft and I sound so much older. And I say, it's been a long while, my love. And then I have the opportunity, you have the opportunity to draw me close and hold me for a moment. Do you take it? And it's almost like I have your hand in my hand, but it's not there because it's like it's a hologram, right? So
yeah,
it's like I have my hand out, and you
so
can almost imagine that I'm holding someone's hand, but
so I'm trying to suss out. I guess I maybe wasn't fully thinking this through. Is this? I mean, is this the past version of me then that I'm playing as, or is this like now me and like I step into
You're playing
this
as
and
someone.
yeah, playing as
yeah,
someone.
it doesn't
that
matter
looks
basically.
Like, okay.
Yeah. Basically, it's like a kind of moment, you know, like even the audience doesn't know, kind of.
Right.
Kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Yeah. I think that's.
But what I'm gunning for is that I'm projecting like my vague father who was is falling for like some resistance shit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Which one was your question again? Sorry, I got off track.
Hold me close. You have the opportunity to draw me close and hold me for a moment. Do you take it?
I do. And I think that I start to tell you like make my pitch about the resistance or something, right? And then I think that where to go? Something makes you laugh. What is it?
I think you ask for me for the moon, and then I say, wouldn't you ask for me for the sun? And then I laugh. We both laugh at like our bad pun. I feel like we do we shift to a different character doing their conversation, or do you want us to?
spitball
yeah, it
our
says
conversation.
once every dancer has taken 2 steps, the dance ends. So what if we do like everybody
Two. There's
gets
2.
2, but let's go. Yeah, let's cut to like the next pairing or
Okay,
whatever.
cool,
and
cool.
kinda-
Yeah.
And if it might still be Nosha and Prince when we come back to it, or it might be Prince and someone
Someone
else,
else.
or Nosha and someone
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
If we're going in character keep order, Insecta, who do you want to be dancing with? You are muted.
Sure, I'll dance with Solara since we haven't seen
Oh,
each
yeah,
other
cool.
interact with. Yeah, I trip over my own feet like 4 or 5 out of the 8. Do you watch me stumble or do you catch me?
I love that we don't know kind of mentally which are we dancing with, the old version or the new version. I definitely hold you up. I don't know, like I catch one of your human arms. It looks like.
Yeah, it just turns into a fantastic dance move.
Yeah, no, I managed to pull it off so that it looks like it's a dip.
Yeah.
And then I bring you back up and do a little spin and twirl you off. And then I twirl you around and dip you the other way. When I look down at you, what expression is on your face?
I think sadness, and that's when you realize you're dancing with past Insecta.
I love it. And I don't know why she's sad. And I don't know if I get a chance to ask as you kind of stumble away. Or as twirl away, I should say.
I think I'm dancing with past Solara.
I like that.
Carefully avoiding any fire. It's like I really want to dance with her, but like also fire.
Yeah, no, I think it's like if you get close to it, it doesn't feel like it's about to burn you. It feels like kind of being next to a fireplace and the radiant warmth that's coming off of the bricks type heat.
Nice. Okay. Well, in that case, when I realize that this is not a dangerous thing, I would like to move a little closer to you. Would you like that too?
I think she is surprised, but doesn't say no. And as we continue spinning around the dance floor, I look down at you, and suddenly my face is close to yours. Do you turn toward me or look away?
I look away because I'm suddenly embarrassed because you're a past hologram version of Solara, and I would be embarrassed if this were like the Solara I know. So I suddenly like kind of get flustered and lose my nerve.
I love it. And she smiles and lets you walk away, and she just continues dancing. I think that's me next. Although I've done a couple in a row. If someone else wants to hop in.
I can go next, but I'm gonna dance with you anyway. it's gonna be a really stressful 5 minutes of like Solara trying to like getting away, but I scoop you in, even if you're like being turned away. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Is
then,
this real Solara or past Solara?
Oh, I think it's you. I
Okay.
think it's current you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, but this is still mullet me. I take your hand in mine and begin leading you through this dance. Do you follow along, or do you try to take the lead yourself?
No, I'm definitely following you. I love the I'm trying to get a I'm a little like
You're trying to get
okay,
off this dance floor,
this is a bit much,
because
but
this
you
is
scoop me up
weird.
and bring me right back in. I love that.
Yeah, because this is weird. This is like a weird fever dream thing, and you're trying to get out of it, and I'm like, whoop, nope, and then still some, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm still a little bit tired. And so uh I oh I get carried away while dancing with you and lose control of my magic.
Ooh, perfect.
What effect does it have on the room around us? Because I'm flustered, I'm confused, I'm like trying to I was trying to get out of this a little bit, but you've brought me back in and I don't know what to do because it's not Prince. If
You know how like there's a I kind of want there to be a strong heat wave than a cold snap. Because I feel like I'm doing the whole villain shtick of um of this tuxedo prince saying, um may I have this? And you think it's the dance, but he actually has your hands on your waist, and when he pulls it out, he's like holding like an equivalent gem, but now it's yellow. And it's like shifting towards red, just like the one that
oh
you
geez.
were searching for. But this is a hologram. This is like, this is like uh, a memory vision something, memory projection something. And he looks really, really happy taking it. Yeah.
Like evil happy or like
Um. Um. Damn. Is it evil happy? I know. I want to go for neutral happy. Because he says, may I have this, and then gets you, but when he takes his hand out, it's a gem instead of you.
okay.
How do people react to the cold snap that's suddenly engulfed in the room? I feel like I feel like if it's okay, I feel like in real life, Prince is like behind you, ducked over, like shivering, and you can trip on him if you want.
Yeah, I love the like I'm stumbling backward from the shock of this thing happening. Um do I is this like straight up the rest of my power is gone type deal?
Ooh.
No, I feel like it's more. No, I feel like this is it's just uncannily similar.
Oh, it's like
But
it's this
it's a
this
projection.
hologram
It's
is happening. Okay.
yeah,
Okay,
It's
okay.
like the hologram is eerily repeating like current events,
Yeah,
but
and
it's
so
not happening to you. Yeah.
I panicked and like used my powers a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do like the like I panic, use my powers a little bit, and Prince is in the way.
Yeah. And then I go like, "You're scalding hot. What the hell?" kind of thing. And like it's like really cold and really hot. I'm like, "Yo, can we balance the room temperature here?"
I don't think Solara would say it, but Sam had the urge to say, "Why, thank you." But I don't think Solara would say that. Does somebody else want to hop in here?
Has everyone? So there's something I want to do in lieu of taking my second step, but I think it would be maybe the end for the scene. Is there anyone else that still needs to take their second step or has something
I
they want to
still
play out?
do.
Okay.
Um, um, yeah. Nocturne, something about me captivates you. What is it?
You are a mass of contradictions. You're like this sort of happy, bubbly person who can't keep a secret, and like you're also, you know, your mentor is trying to eat the world or eat the sun. Uh, you're a spider person who hates spiders. You're just very confusing, and I want to figure you out.
Oh, don't mention that she's a spider person around Insecta. She prefers insect person. That was my step, so.
Bethany, do you want to do a step in return?
Yeah, something makes you laugh. What is it?
Who is that towards?
I think that's toward you.
Oh, is it for me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think past you and past me are dancing together, and past you whispers something into her ear, and she giggles and blushes. And the sad look drops from her face.
I think I look at past me like, past me has way more game than I do. That's not fair. I should watch and learn.
So I think at this point, because past Prince walked away from Nosha, who he had been dancing with, and now Nosha is just sort of like watching this scene play out in front of her, and she sees, if this is cool with everybody, she sees the past version of herself, who's also not dancing with anyone, and reaches out towards her, and touching the illusion made it all fade away.
How did you touch the illusion again? I mean, which part did you touch?
So like Nosha saw the past version of herself also not dancing with anyone, and basically like reached out to her to like take her wrist, or like invite her in for a dance.
And that's
and
what
then
dissolved everything.
and just everything just sort of faded.
I see. Yeah. How does everybody react to everything fading?
I think Solara is kind of relieved.
Same.
That was a lot.
I think you catch like Insecta in the middle of the spin, and she just then, like, as everything fades, she just kind of like trips over and like falls onto her back.
I feel like Prince is having a massive headache because since he's doing the whole clairvoyance thing, and this is like a whole projection vision thing, and he has like I guess this is like a weird glyph place where you have access to these versions. He's having a massive headache, and I think he scuttles over to the red rock that's like lodged at the edge of the room, like in a panicked way, like more panicked than we've seen him.
Oh, you know what? You know what I'd really love to see between two people? I want to see Prince run off in a panic and somebody give chase because of your
awesome.
powers.
Oh, awesome. I feel like I grab the ruby and then I just run off and say, I just need to be alone. But, you know.
Is it okay if Nosha gives chase? Because then
Yeah.
it's kind of like a mirror of what happened last episode, which was Prince chasing Nosha.
Oh yeah. Oh, we have some like deja vu shit, and there's like cutaways of like the previous episode, but in reverse, like rewinding.
I love that.
Yeah.
And maybe the other two are staying behind because Solara still hasn't really recovered from this like power spike thing that happened.
Yeah, Insecta's rocking back and forth, trying to get back onto her her top side.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stay and help my friends who both seem to be, not having the greatest time. So help get Insecta back on her feet and try to figure out what's wrong with Solara. So then Nosha is the only one available to take off after Prince.
Well, and I think Prince has Nosha both is like has some confused feelings now about like not really knowing who is friend and who is foe. And also Prince ran off with the stone. So I think that's how the chase starts. I like the idea, and Maria, tell me what you think, but I like the idea of it being like there being these like almost like labyrinthine sort of hallways in this place. So we go out of this like ballroom, and then it's just these like kind of spooky, dusty, not spooky, but like dark, dank kind of hallways that are almost a maze. Like they're not quite like, but they seem very confusing. Does that make sense? Does that sound okay?
Sure. Yes, and it represents my emotions.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Like the scriptwriters were like, oh, let's make them feel confusion. Put labyrinths.
Yes, exactly so.
Yeah.
What do I notice about you?
I notice that I'm holding the rock to my stomach, and that it looks painful holding it this time.
And I think what you notice about me, like, because I'm guessing you probably like look over your shoulder and see that I'm coming after you, is that I seem genuinely worried, like not about the stone, but about you, which is surprising. But you start us out because you're the quarry.
Okay. So I pick a challenge, right? Ooh.
Yep, you pick a challenge, and at least one thing that you choose has to be a hesitation.
Oh my god! Wait, I have like the old version and the new version, so I'm like.
Yeah, it looks like this is a little different than what we did last time.
Yeah, I know. So okay, I'm gonna stare at the screen.
We need to decide first, even or odd, which is heads and which is tails, because we kept getting confused last time.
Odd is the heads.
Okay.
Yeah. So I pick a challenge, right? Damn it. I leap through thorny foliage, but we'll do. I kind of want to do I'll do the same tricks that you did last time. I leap through thorny foliage. You throw heads. Tell me how you get through the plants. Tell me how the thorns ruin your clothes.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Should we make this even more of a literal metaphor, and that we're running through a garden maze?
Oh, okay. Yeah, and it's like
roses. the ballroom had like a patio or something, and you go out that way, and that's
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I throw.
But this is present Prince. That's like the jarring thing. Like we're still in the premise of the ball, but we're not ball versions anymore.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Like I'm back to my tattered black uniform.
All right. So hold on, I have to refresh the dice room real quick. It has stopped updating because I've been idle for a half an hour. Okay.
There should be a click here to, yeah, there you go.
Okay. All right, so a 4, so we said that's tails. So tails, I tell you how the thorns ruin my clothes, and I gain a token. So impossibly, I'm still wearing this purple dress, like not what I like came in with, and yeah, it's sort of I get caught on the thorns, and it kind of tears away like a shoulder strap, or like like a piece on like the torso, and as I try to pull through it, like reveals what I had been wearing before, so it's like further like
Ah.
undoing this illusion.
It's like
Like there was,
reverse transformation. Yeah, yeah.
right, yeah, and it was like
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
like there was something about the magic that was still hanging on to me, and it's starting to kind of fade. So I need to note somewhere that I have I'm just going to use a die as a token, so I remember I have one. Okay, and what's next? So then I do a challenge. Is that right? That's how this works.
No,
No.
the
Oh,
quarry
okay.
just keeps giving
The
you
quarry keeps giving me
challenges.
challenges. There we go. Okay.
Okay. I throw a trap or distraction behind me to slow you down. Yeah, I feel like it looks like a fountain, but it's actually a bunch of old debris that's stacked on top of each other.
Okay.
I feel like the projections are glitching, kind of. So you have this weird, like the projections aren't working as well as it should.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I throw.
And it's distracting to the eye.
That is again tails.
Ooh.
So for tails, where was that one? Oh, Trapper.
How you break
Trapper?
free of it.
Okay, and you gain a token. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so it's just kind of like debris and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think you like throw this stuff at me, and I'm just kind of like, trying to like power through it, and notice myself like my foot kind of like getting caught on like a vine from the maze. So it's like that I probably wouldn't have, I probably would have noticed, except you threw all this stuff at me, and I'm kind of like getting tripped up, and I just like pull myself really hard, and my boot comes off, and then I keep
Ooh.
following after you. So you get a token.
Yes. And then I throw my last challenge. Is this correct?
There should be 4 total, I think. Was
4.
that
There's 4 total, and one of them has to be a hesitation.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Can it be 2 hesitations? No. Is that valid? Can you scroll down to hesitation? Yeah.
It's at least 1.
Yeah, yeah. Oh. Mm-hmm. I slip on loose ground and wait. Yeah. And scramble to pick myself up. You throw the second one.
okay. All right. Again, tails.
Wow, Tails loves you right now.
Yeah, apparently so. All right, so tails, I slip. Tell me how I get back to your feet. So yeah, I think I'm like right after pulling myself out of this this vine, and still wiping this like debris off of me. I see you slip, and I kind of, that makes me sort of go faster.
Mm-hmm.
To try to like close the gap, and I'm just sort of like wait, you don't have to run from me. And then I forget that I'm only wearing 1 boot, so I'm a little off balance, and then when my bare foot hits the loose ground, a stone sort of jabs into me, and I kind of fall and roll, and then like kind of holding my shoulder, because I hit it really hard, sort of like very slowly, laboriously, kind of like just stand back up, and I'm just kind of like
Yeah, and I feel like I just shout back about I'm like, I know, but I can't have you here around me right now. as I'm running forwards. And oh my gosh. I want to try that there are other enemies ahead of me, but can they not be real? They just look real, and I have to change my chorus you throw.
Sure, yeah, yeah. What do you see? What do you see? Like, what do the enemies look like? Like,
I
are
mean, we did talk about like wrapping in some of the other plot threads. What if because I mean we know that there's some relationship between Mistress Necra and this place. What if there are minions of Mistress Necra here?
Yeah.
That sets
And
us up really well for next session.
And maybe
Yeah,
maybe
like-
right now, like we don't necessarily know whether they're real or not, but they're enough to distract.
It's like really tall
Prince.
shadows that have multiple hands and limbs.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
ticking, almost like with a crunching noise every time they shift form.
Mhm.
And
All
like
right. All right, I'm gonna throw.
I just roll away. Yes.
And it is again tails. So
Wow.
tell me how they get in your way. So yeah, you see them and you kind of dart off in the other direction, or
right.
like kind of away
Stage
from
right.
them. Yeah, like you take like a hard right, and I don't see them until it's too late, and you're gone, and they notice me, and I still see them as kind of like shadows. So I just see these sort of multi-limbed silhouettes moving towards me.
Oh my gosh, that's so sad. Ending the chase. So I have one token. Is that right?
I also have one token. So
if the hunter has equal or greater number of tokens, choose one. So you get to choose.
no, you choose.
The quarry chooses one.
The quarry chooses
you're the
one, so
quarry.
it's you.
Oh, sorry. Okay, reading the older version. Oh, it's fine. You've proven yourself, and I'll let you catch me.
Okay, so yeah, I think these this is maybe even like after the commercial break or whatever. Like it ends on this like scary cliffhanger of the silhouette people, and then when it comes back in, I'm like backing up and look, and I see Prince just like standing there, like kind of maybe a satisfied sort of look on his face, and I like dart over by Prince.
Yeah. And I feel like it's eerily similar as like the last episode of you being in a dead end. But I'm not in a dead end, but I'm still standing there as if I am, with like my hands up. And I think I look really sad. Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
I love it. And you guys are facing down these weird shadow minions that we get to learn more about next time, because I think that's probably the best spot that we're going to get to wrap this thing up. So thank you everyone who's watching. Again, this was a production of The Gauntlet. If you want to learn more about us, go check out the link below. And if you do, go sign up for some games and maybe I'll play with you. And until then, I'll see you around. Bye everyone.